Psalm 50. The mighty God, even the Lord, hath spoken, and called the earth from the rising of the sun unto the going down thereof. Out of Zion, the perfection of beauty, God hath shined. Our God shall come, and shall not keep silence. A fire shall devour before him, and it shall be very tempestuous round about him. He shall call to the heavens from above, and to the earth, that he may judge his people. Gather my saints together unto me, those that have made a covenant with me by sacrifice. And the heavens shall declare his righteousness, for God is judge himself, Selah. Hear, O my people, and I will speak, O Israel. And I will testify against thee. I am God, even thy God. I will not reprove thee for thy sacrifices or thy burnt offerings, to have been continually before me. I will take no bullock out of thy house, nor he-goats out of thy folds. For every beast of the forest is mine, and the cattle upon 1,000 hills. I know all the fowls of the mountains, and the wild beasts of the field are mine. If I were hungry, I would not tell thee. For the world is mine, and the fullness thereof. Will I eat the flesh of bulls, or drink the blood of goats? Offer unto God thanksgiving, and pay thy vows unto the Most High, and call upon me in the day of trouble. I will deliver thee, and thou shalt glorify me. But unto the wicked God saith, What hast thou to do to declare my statutes, or that thou shouldst take my covenant in thy mouth? Seeing thou hatest instruction, and castest my words behind thee. When thou sawest a thief, and thou consentedst with him, and hast been partaker with adulterers. Thou givest thy mouth to evil, and thy tongue frameth deceit. Thou sittest and speakest against thy brother. Thou slanderest thine own mother's son. These things hast thou done, and I kept silence. Thou thoughtest that I was altogether such an one as thyself, but I will reprove thee, and set them in order before thine eyes. Now consider this, ye that forget God, lest I tear you in pieces, and there be none to deliver. Whoso offereth praise glorifieth me, and to him that ordereth his conversation aright will I show the salvation of God.
All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Kakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders to your message, rule well, teach well, being great examples to his younger brothers. And peace and blessing, salutation. Hopefully, they got there pushing his word and truth and in sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the hopefully the believers, the listeners who may have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. And what I want to go into, all right, this morning is, some things I was reading in the book of Luke, all right, the 5th chapter, okay, starting at the 17th verse, and it's dealing with Yahweh Shah. All right, the name of the lesson is faith, authority, and no plan B, so you had a few things going on in Luke, the 5th chapter, and it sparked this lesson in the spirit. Lord will you brothers and you sisters are edified. Now, what I want to start with is to get straight to the book of Luke, just get into it. All right, now this is the book of Luke, chapter 5. Okay, verse 17. And it says, and it came to pass, all right, Luke 5 and 17, and it came to pass on a certain day as he was teaching that there were Pharisees and doctors of the law sitting by, which were come out of every town of Galilee and Judea and Jerusalem, and the power of the Lord was present to heal them. Okay, so when you read this in the NLT, because Yahushua was a big deal, and we have to understand with the leadership of Israel at the time, those wicked scribes and Pharisees, okay, that was higher up and in cahoots, with the Roman government. They wanted to suppress Yahushua as much, and they would show up just to peep what he was doing, and try to come up with a scheme, okay, to get him out the way. All right, and while ultimately they aided in him being crucified. Okay, this is Luke 5 and 17. It says, one day while Yahushua was teaching, some Pharisees and teachers of the religious law were sitting nearby. It seemed that these men showed up from every village in all Galilee and Judea, as well as from Jerusalem. Okay, and the Lord's healing power was strong with Yahushua. So you will have all these men, especially the Pharisees, okay, different sects. They will come and they will pretty much try to keep up with how Yahushua was moving. Okay, all eyes was on Yahushua, and we come in that same stead. Okay, well, all eyes is on us now. This is us, us drinking that cup, being Yahushua's men. This is us drinking of that cup. Okay, so when you go here, all right, to 1 Corinthians chapter 4. All right, 1 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 9, it says, for I think that the Most High have set forth the apostles last, as it were appointed to death. For we are made a spectacle unto the world, and to angels, and to men. Okay, so we come in that stead to where the true men of Yahushua, beginning with our apostles and elders and the men under them, okay, that teach His word in truth and sincerity. Okay, we'll become a spectacle. A lot of people, are watching, but everyone's not sincere. You have the believers that's, being edified as we teach. Then you have those that are just watching for entertainment, and those that are watching, hoping, for failure. Okay? And it's like we just been put out here, man. And Yahushua, he was put out, That's why you go here. Let's get in the NLT. Okay. Let's see. All right. This is in the NLT, 1 Corinthians 4:9. Instead, I sometimes think the Most High has put us apostles on display, like prisoners of war at the end of a victor's parade, condemned to die. We have become a spectacle to the entire world, to people and angels alike. So everyone, is pretty much tuned in, all right, to the prophets, man. But they try to act as if we're insignificant. Okay? But the Spirit has us center stage. Even in the heavens, the angels, we see all these chariots, the angels, even look into what we're doing, man. They're overseeing what we're doing. So, we have all eyes, on us, just as when Yahushua was teaching, all eyes was on him, and everyone had different intentions, man. But guess what? All right, the truth is gonna prevail. Let's get this in Hebrews real quick. Hebrews chapter 12. Okay, this is the book of Hebrews chapter 12, verse 1. All right, it says, wherefore, seeing we also are compassed about with so great a cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside every weight and the sin which doth so easily beset us, and let us run with patience the race that is set before us. Okay? So as we're compassed, Let's get this in the NLT. All right, Hebrews 12 and 1 in NLT said, therefore, since we are surrounded by such a huge crowd of witnesses to the life of faith, okay, because we're a part of a legacy of our forefathers, that moved in faith, because you go to Hebrews, the 11th chapter, it talks about all our forefathers, that moved in faith, even our foremothers. It mentions Sarah, okay, and her faith. You see? So since we come from their legacy, all right, and now we have this cloud of witnesses, to the life of faith, all our our forefathers and foremothers, okay, that moved our faith, now it's on us to finish our course in faith, man. You see, it said, let us strip off every weight that slows us down. Yeah, man. So this is why anything that's a hindrance, to spiritual growth, anything that's a hindrance to us to being efficient in the work and the labors, hey, cut things off, man. Like literally, you gotta cut particular things off, man. Especially the sin that so easily trips us up and let us run with endurance the race that the Most High has set before us. Okay, so as we have become a spectacle, and as we carry on the legacy of faith, all right, of our forefathers, okay, we have to understand that. Look, we have to finish this thing. All right, we have to do what has to be done. And Yahweh Shah was that example because he finished. He finished. He went all the way to the end. Okay. So let's go here. Let's go back here to Luke 5 and 17. And it says, and it came to pass on a certain day as he was teaching that there were Pharisees and doctors of the law sitting by, which were come out of every town of Galilee and Judea and Jerusalem, and the power of the Lord was present to heal them. And behold, men brought in a bed a man which was taken with palsy, and they saw means to bring him in and to lay him before him. All right, so you had a man that was paralyzed. Okay, and when they could not find by what way they might bring him in because of the multitude, they went upon the housetop and let him down through the tiling, while his couch, all right, with his couch in the midst before Yahweh Shai. Okay, so it was so many people. Remember, you had all the scribes and the lawyers of the law. Okay, Pharisees, they were there. He said like they came from every town in Galilee, Judea, and Jerusalem. Then you had the believers. Okay, you had all these people there, and this man and his friends. Okay, this man that was paralyzed, him and his friends came to get a healing, and they couldn't get in. Okay, because of the crowd. Okay, so what did they do? They went above and beyond. And see, this is the mindset when you don't have a plan B, plan A gotta work. See, when you don't have a plan B, and I've been listening to different motivational speeches, and you have some of the guys that say when you have a plan B, you're taking away from your plan A. So with this truth, with this ministry, there's no plan B. So plan A gotta work. And these men, they went above and beyond to make that plan A work, and that was to get their healing from Yahweh Shai, man. Okay? And Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Shema Shai, he blesses going above and beyond for his sake. He blesses those things, man. Okay? When different things happen, different things come up, okay? And instead of making excuses and copping out, they're like, nah, we gotta find a way to make this work. Like, nah, this gotta happen. Like, nah, this gotta happen. You doing everything within your power to make that plan A work. Like Yahweh Shema Al Shah blesses that, man. Speaking from experience. And it says, verse 19 says, when they could not find by what way they might bring him in because of the multitude. They went up upon the housetop and let him down through the talon, his couch, into the midst before Yahushua. And see, they had faith that if they can just get him before Yahushua, he will be healed. Okay? And this is Yahushua's response. It says, and when he saw their faith, he said unto him, man, thy sins are forgiven thee. So when Yahushua sees this faith, right, it says the first thing that it speaks about Yahushua said he saw their faith, man. All right, and we know how Yahushua always reacts to faith, man. And let's get another account. Okay? Yahushua always reacts, all right, in the extraordinary way when it comes to faith. You know, when it comes to Israelites showing faith, man, in him. Okay, Zechariah 19, it's like Luke 19:1. You know, thinking of the guy named Zacchaeus. Okay, now this is the account dealing with Zacchaeus. All right, now this is Luke 19:1. It says, and Yahushua entered and passed through Jericho, and behold, there was a man named Zacchaeus, which was chief among the publicans, and he was rich. All right, so let's go here. Let's just get his. I want to get his name, Zacchaeus. Okay. Get it in the Hebrew. All right, which is Zachariah. Okay. Which means what? Pure. Okay. He pure. You know, his faith. All right. This is what's going to make him pure in this account. You know, and faith is making us pure. Okay. This is back in Luke 19:1. It says, and behold, there was a man named Zacchaeus. Well, 19:2 says, and behold, there was a man named Zacchaeus, which was the chief among the publicans. All right. And he was rich. And he sought to see Yahushua, who he was, and could not for the press, because he was of little stature. So this is a similar situation to where Yahushua is surrounded, okay, by people. Okay. And he was of a little stature, which means he was short. Okay. So he really couldn't get to Yahushua. Now, at this moment, okay, he could have said, well, I tried, and shut it down. Okay? Well, that's what a lot of people tend to do when they come to any type of challenge. You know, when they put forth a little effort and there's an obstacle or there's a resistance, a lot of people tend to shut down, man. Okay? And there's a moment when you can choose to, okay, I'm going to get this done. I'm going to go above and beyond. I'm going to do everything within my power. Now, if it ain't meant, it just ain't going to be meant. You know, but one thing about it, and this is anything we approach in life, man, once you have exalted everything that you can do, okay, even if you don't accomplish it, you know, okay, it just wasn't meant, because I did everything that I possibly could do, you know, to try to pull it off, but it didn't happen. It just wasn't meant. Okay. But a lot of people live these lives of doubt, you know, because they get to particular moments, okay, with little resistance come and they shut down, you know, and they feel their guilt. But see, this is a mindset of no plan B. Okay, as we're going to go into what he did, it says, and he sought to see Yahushua, who he was, and could not for the press, because he was of little stature. And he ran before. All right, first off, he ran. You see, first off, he ran. This is a rich man. So, you know, he had on the robes, you know, the goodly apparel, and he took off. Okay? He put his ego completely to the side. He ran. All right? He was extremely proactive, man. It says, and climbed up, okay, into a sycamore tree to see him, for he was to pass their way. So he climbed, first he ran, then he climbed the tree. Remember, this is a man of wealth. Okay, he has servants, he has resources, he has clout, he has status. Okay, but he put that ego to the side, and that's one thing about coming into the truth. No matter who we were in the world, we might be being resources, well-to-do, or men of particular clout and status in society. But guess what? When we come into the ministry, we gotta put that aside. Ego has to die. Okay, and this rich man, he killed his ego and he went after it, man. You know, we got to envision these things. He took off running, then he climbed in the tree. Okay, you see, and then he said he climbed in the tree for he was to pass their way. So he was strategic. He like, okay, I'm gonna climb. Okay, I'm gonna run ahead. All right, he's coming this way, so I'm gonna position myself into the way Yahweh Shai is coming. Okay. And a lot of times, man, when we grind and we work in this ministry, man, when we grind, got our head down, just grinding, going above and beyond, we put ourselves in position of favor, man. This man, he the spirit had him to put himself in a position of favor. Okay? It says, for he was to pass their way. It says, and when Yahweh Shai came to the place, he looked up and saw him and said unto him, Zacchaeus, make haste and come down, for today I must abide at thy house. So you see the instant favor that he got. Okay, because you got to think, Yahweh Shai knowing, look, this is faith. This for this man, this from this, from this, this rich man, okay, to pretty much put himself out there to be like a fool. Do you understand? If someone is rich, imagine if you, okay, walking to work and you just see, you going to work, you just see Jeff Bezos in a tree, or you see one of these rich Edomites, you see the CEO of your company just in the tree, okay, one of the Waltons, one of the owners of Walmart, they just in the tree. You're going to be like, what, the hell, okay? Or this is so Yahweh Shai seeing him in the tree, so he like, okay, this man, I see, Yahweh Shai knew what it was. Okay, and it was set up, for Zacchaeus to receive favor anyway. Okay, just playing it out, man. Yahweh Shai looked up, and what's the first thing Yahweh Shai thought? This man got faith. Okay, this man got faith, man. And Yahweh Shai always blesses going above and beyond for his sake. Okay, when we get scrappy for his sake, he always blesses that, man. It says, and said unto him, Zacchaeus, make haste and come down, for today I must abide at thy house. And he made haste and came down and received him joyfully. And when they saw it, they all murmured, saying that he was gone to be guest with a man that is a sinner. Okay? And you got to understand, Yahweh Shai coming to his house, okay? Hey, because when we receive the Holy Spirit, that's Yahweh Shai coming to our house, our dwelling. Okay, and then he's going to eat with this man. Okay, so what is this? This is Yahweh Shai supping. Okay, you see? It says, and Zacchaeus stood and said unto the Lord, behold, Lord, the half of my goods I give to the poor. And if I have taken anything from any man by false accusation, I restore him fourfold. So he was willing to lose it all, man, to gain who? Yahweh Shai. Okay? He didn't have no plan B. His mindset was on making plan A work. You see, because you remember the other rich man, he didn't want to give up anything. He said he was keeping the law, but he didn't want to give up anything. He didn't want to sacrifice nothing. All right, Zacchaeus had the mindset, look, the sacrifice, like, look, the half of my goods I give to the poor. And if I, took anything by false accusation, I restore to a man fourfold. Okay? You see? So he put everything on the line for plan A. Okay? And what was, matter of fact, let's get that real quick. Read verse 9, then we'll get that. It says, as Yahweh Shai said unto him, and Yahweh Shai said unto him, this day is salvation come to this house, for as much as he also is a son of Abraham. Okay? And let you know Zacchaeus was an Israelite of the stock of Abraham, but his faith, all right, put him in a position of salvation. All right, it said, for the Son of Man is come to seek and save that which is lost. Okay, now you go here. I think this it's the book of Philippians. All right, this is on Philippians 3:7. All right, Philippians 3:7 said, but what things were gained to me, those I counted loss for Mashiach. Okay, so you see, Zacchaeus was in this mindset. You know, his wealth, he considered that loss, all right, to gain Yahushua. Okay, and this is Apostle Paul speaking, said, yeah, doubtless, and I count all things but loss for the excellency of the knowledge of Yahushua HaMashiach, my Lord, for whom I have suffered the loss of all things, and do count them but dung, that I may win Yahushua. Okay, and Zacchaeus' mindset was on winning Yahushua. Okay, he didn't care about the losses he was going to take. Okay, financially, he was concerned about winning Yahushua. He didn't have no plan B in mind. Okay, it was all about plan A, man. Okay, and that was Yahushua. You see, but he went above and beyond. He actually went above. He ran beyond. Okay, hey, to put himself in a position of favor, man. You know, and this thing is a grind, man. This thing, we gotta dig in. you know, it is really something that, this gonna make you tired. You're gonna be tired, man. You drained, it's a war. All right. And then you fall in love with the process, man, and it just becomes who we are. Okay. Now let's go here real quick. One more account. And get one more account. There's a book of St. John chapter 6. All right, verse 64. It says, this is Yahushua speaking, said, but there are some of you that believe not. For Yahushua knew from the beginning who they were that believed not and who should betray him. And he said, therefore I say unto you that no man can come unto me except it was given unto him of the Father. Okay, so Yahushua, he would say things, okay, that he knew would be controversial. All right, because he knew there was a lot of people around him that really didn't believe. Jake was just there. Jake wanted to see the miracle, just to have something to talk about. We know how Jake is, man. There was a lot of people that was around Yahushua that really didn't believe. And that's why our temptation is going to be the time where the Lord see who truly believes, man. Okay, and we're going to have to grind and fight to show our faith, man. There's going to be some moments in Jacob's trouble. We're going to have to go above and beyond, and then the faith will going to kick in, man. Then the Lord going to perform that miracle, man. But we're going to have to go above and beyond, through faith, man. So reading on, all right. This is the book of St. John 6:65. He said, therefore I said unto you that no man can come unto me except it was given him of the Father. All right. And when he said this, all right, St. John 6, all right, verse 66, it said, from that time many of his disciples went back and walked no more with him. They went back. Okay. And they walked no more with him. You see, because if you're here just for a trend, if you're here for a cute, if you're here, for an Israelite party, okay, you still worldly, but you wear the Israelite costume, but you still worldly, okay, that means you have a plan B. A lot of Israelites that know they're Israelites, they have a plan B that's in the world, okay? They here for a fad. And when times get rough, they're not going to walk with Yahushua, man, okay? When they get really crucial out here, they're not gonna walk, man. But the believers have a mindset of plan A, and this is it, man. Anything less than the throne is a loss, man. You know, in my eyes, man, anything less than the throne is a loss, man. There ain't no plan B, man. You know, being joint heirs with Yahweh Shai, anything less than there is a loss, man. You know, this is the only plan that's in motion when it comes into the spirit, man, is being a joint heir with Yahweh Shai, man. Okay? And you sisters, your mindset should be anything less than a wife of one of those men is a loss. You know, like, nah, there's, you know, whether you have a husband that the Lord that hasn't converted yet, okay, or whether, you know, the Lord's going to make moves towards the end of this thing. Either way, you know, hey, we got one plan. All right, that's plan A under Yahweh Shai, man. Anything less than that is a failure, man. Okay, this verse 67. Then said Yahweh Shai unto the 12, will you also go away? Then Simon Peter answered him, Lord, to whom shall we go? Thou hast the words of eternal life. Okay, so Peter, the head of the church, you know, he tell Yahweh Shai, like, look, where we gonna go? You know, Peter, there wasn't no plan B. They was tapped in, they was locked in. Okay, it says, and we believe and are sure. Let's get this word sure. Okay, and we believe and are sure that thou art that anointed the Son of the living power. Okay, you see, when you fully persuaded, okay, the thing is ain't if we accomplish it, is how. Okay, when you be fully persuaded in something, you know, you be tapped in on another level. You know, when you sure about something, man. Okay, and we know this is it.
Strong's G 1097. Gnosko.
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 Okay, it says to learn. All right, to come to know, to get a knowledge of, proceed, to feel. Okay, to understand. Okay, to become acquainted with, to know. And see, we're sure because we understand. We understand Yahweh Shai is the Son of the Heavenly Father that's coming to establish a righteous kingdom in the earth, man. We're sure about those things, man. We're sure that the Lord's going to have joint heirs in this kingdom, man. We're sure that there's going to be a 1/3 is going to be elect that's going to be changed and get those new bodies, man. We fully persuaded that Yahweh Shai is coming to take down Esau Edom, man. All right, and this beast empire, man. Okay, we're sure on these things, man. And as we believe, we thirst for righteousness, man. Okay, there's nothing that we should thirst for in this world, man. Our thirst should be completely on what Yahweh Shai is about to bring. Okay, verse 69 says, and we believe and are sure that thou art that anointed the Son of the living power. Okay, the Son of the living power, which is the Heavenly Father. You know, and we fully believe these things, man. Okay, so let's go back to the book of Luke. All right, so this is the book of Luke, chapter 5, verse 20. All right, it says, and when he saw their faith, he said unto him, man, thy sins are forgiven thee. And the scribes and Pharisees began to reason, saying, who is this which speaketh blasphemy? Who can forgive sins but the Most High alone? Okay, so now the Pharisees are doing what? Trying to check the authority, okay, of Yahweh Shai. All right, but Yahweh Shai, then this is why Yahweh Shai will tell them that they err not knowing the scriptures. Okay, because Yahweh Shai been had authority, man. Okay, let's go here. You see, the scribes and Pharisees, their mindset was to protect their political office. Okay, that was their minds. They was moving and thinking like politicians, grimy, scheming. You know, who gave you the authority? You know, because they had their authority from the Roman government. Okay, So they was always trying to check Yahweh Shai's authority. Okay? They were always trying to, check and put Yahweh Shai in the box. Okay? But nah, Yahweh Shai authority came from on high. Okay? Through the Heavenly Father. It said, this is Exodus 23:20. It says, behold, I send an angel before thee to keep thee in the way and to bring thee into the place which I have prepared. You see the angel with the capital A. What is this angel? Yahweh Shai. We're going to prove it. Okay, it says, beware of him and obey his voice, provoke him not, for he will not pardon your transgression, for my name is within him. Now, all right, you see that? So the Heavenly Father is giving this angel authority over sin. Okay, he's giving him authority over the nation. Okay, a king has authority over his nation. Okay, it says, beware of him and obey his voice, provoke him not, for he will not pardon your transgression, for my name is in him. But if thou shalt indeed obey his voice and do all that I speak, then will I be an enemy unto thy enemy and an adversary unto thy adversaries. Now, let's read this in the NLT real quick. Okay? You see, Jake, the scribes and Pharisees, were just so caught up in trying to protect their political position that they were erring in the scriptures, man. All right. So let's go back to Exodus 23. And all right, this is Exodus 23:20 says, see, I am sending an angel before you to protect you in your journey and to lead you safely to a place I have prepared for you. Pay close attention to him and obey his instructions. Do not rebel against him, for he is my representative. Okay? For he is my representative, and he will not forgive your rebellion. Okay? So Yahweh Shai been given authority, man. All right? Jake was just tripping. You know? And that's why it's good that we went into the history. I don't know if you brothers and sisters seen that lesson, going into the history leading up to Yahweh Shai. But you see why, that conflict, it was a conflict between, all right, Yahweh Shai and the leadership, because it became very political. That's why I thought it would be interesting to go into that history leading up to Yahweh Shai. So now we can see the dynamic, okay, of the Pharisees and how they was clashing, okay, with, Yahweh Shai. Now, it should make more sense. I know it make more sense to me, like understanding the history, and then seeing it play out in the New Testament, then it's like, okay, I see why them niggas was in the spirit they was in, and we're going to keep proving it. Now, let's go from there. And let's just prove that there was Yahweh Shai when you go to 1 Corinthians. In 1 Corinthians 10:1, it says, let me go to the KJV. All right, this is 1 Corinthians 10:1 said, moreover, brethren, I would not that you should be ignorant how that all our fathers were under the cloud and all passed through the sea and were all baptized unto Moses in the cloud and in the sea. Okay, and that cloud was their chariot. Okay, all right, and who was in that chariot? And did all eat the same spiritual meat, the quail. Okay, and did all drink the same spiritual drink, for they drank of their spiritual rock that followed them, and their rock was Yahweh Shai. All right, Hamashiach. Okay, everything was a shadow of Yahweh Shai. Okay, that meat, okay, you see, was a representation of Yahushua, that rock that water sprang out of. Because now Yahushua, he's that rock because there was enough water to sustain the nation. And now we have this water, this living word, okay, that's sustaining us, that's gushing out of Yahushua. Okay? And in that chariot of protection, there was Yahushua. Okay? You see? So that angel that was given that authority was Yahushua. All right? And these niggas are tripping because they just look at Yahushua as a threat. So them niggas were blinded in the spiritual matters, man. Okay, let's get this. Matthew 21. All right, and they was always trying to challenge Yahushua's authority, man. Matthew 21:23 says, and when he was coming to the temple, the chief priests and the elders of the people came unto him as he was teaching and said, by what authority dost thou these things? And who gave thee this authority? All right, the nigga was trying to figure it out, man. Like, how is this man doing all this, man? All right, yeah, just following, like, what authority? And that's what they trying to figure out now. With us, man, because we come in the stead of Yahushua. It says, and Yahushua answered and said unto them, I also will ask you one thing. What if, it said, which if you tell me, I and likewise will tell you by what authority I do these things. The baptism of John, whence was it? From heaven or of men? And they reasoned with themselves, saying, if we say from heaven, he will say unto us, why did ye not then believe him? Okay? But if ye say of men, we fear the people, for all hold John as a prophet. And they answered Yahushua and said, we cannot tell. And he said unto them, neither tell I you by what authority I do these things. All right? So he was cutting their ass, man. Okay? Jake was just trying to, Jake was just trying to sow discord, man. Okay? And them niggas didn't want to believe, man. Okay? So, going back, this is all Jake was worried about, man. Jake didn't care about the miracles. Jake, instead of rallying behind Yahushua, someone of their own kinsman, okay, niggas was only worried about their positions in Rome. Okay, this is book of John, chapter 11, verse 45, said, then many of the Jews which came to Mary and had seen the things which Yahushua did believed on him. That's when Yahushua raised Lazarus from the dead. He raised a man from the dead. Okay? He raised the Israelite from the dead, and Jake still, these wicked niggas were still only concerned about their political careers in Rome, man. Okay? He said, but some of them went their ways to the Pharisees and told them what things Yahushua had done. Then gathered the chief priests and the Pharisees a council and said, what do we? For this man doth many miracles. Listen to how these niggas sound. What do we about this man? And he's doing many miracles, man. You see how warped and perverted these niggas were, man, because they were so defiled and corrupted. That's why Yahushua said, you niggas are your father the devil, man. Here it is. Jake is impoverished. Jake is crippled, lame. The Roman government is just taxing the hell out of Jake, man. And Yahushua is on the scene doing miracle amongst his people. And these niggas trying to figure out how to stop it, man. These niggas was wicked as hell, man. Okay? And this is why Yahushua never let up off their ass, man. This is why he was saying, woe to them niggas, destruction to them niggas, man. And them niggas back today just to feel them nukes, man. And them laser beams from them chariots, man. As Yahushua, all right, he's going to get a lot of these niggas personally, man. All right, Jake tripping. Okay? They said, then gathered the chief priests and the Pharisees a council and said, what do we? For this man doeth many miracles. If we let him thus alone, all men will believe on him, and the Romans shall come and take away both our place and nation. Okay? Because the Pharisees' office was a goddamn gimmick, man. The Sadducees, them niggas just was a gimmick. And see, Yahweh Shai, he busts up all the gimmicks. If you got a gimmick, you're going to feel threatened by Yahweh Shai. Okay? If your leadership is based off of gimmick and deception, you're going to feel threatened by Yahweh Shai. What Nate say, I just cringe when I hear the name Yahweh Bashim Al Shai. He said he cringe at them names, man. Okay? Because I say when you got leadership of gimmicks and deception, you're gonna feel threatened by Yahweh Shai, man. Okay, and that's why the 144,000, what did it say about those men? That there was no guile. Let's get that. Let's just get that, man. Okay, there was no guile in those men. Okay. All right. I started verse 4. Revelation 4 and 14 says, these are they which were not defiled by women, which is other philosophy. Okay. For they are virgins. These are they were pure, going back to Zakaya, all right, which means pure in the Hebrew, okay, which a virgin would be considered pure, which she's untouched, okay. And since we've been waking up to the faith, we become, those pure virgins in the mind, okay. These are they which follow the Lamb whithersoever he goeth. These were redeemed from among men, being the first fruits unto the Most High and to the Lamb. Okay? These were redeemed from among men, being the first fruits unto the Most High and unto the Lamb. All right? Those first fruits. And it speaks about one of the characteristics of the first fruits in verse 5. And in their mouth was no guile, for they were without fault before the throne and before the Most High. So let's get this word without guile. Guile. No guile. Okay. Once you go into it, it's the word dolos in the Greek. And it says craft, deceit, or guile. Okay. Okay, probably meaning to decoy, okay, to trick, to bait, okay. Subtlety, nah, we're not using any of those things, man. So we usher on Yahweh Shai. We cheer Yahweh Shai's coming, because we have no guile, we have no deception. We can't wait for Yahweh Shai to establish his authority in the earth, man. Okay, because we don't have a platform based off deception and guile. And that's one of the characteristics of the 144,000 is that they will be serving in this ministry, all right, teaching, okay, with no guile, with no gimmicks, okay, with no personal agendas, man, okay, but to teach Yahweh Shai, man, and the ushering in of the kingdom, all right, of Israel through Yahweh Shai, okay. So let's go back to the book of Luke. Your old brother got it. Yep. The water brother. It's the brother of Harlot Judah Israel. 1 Peter 2 and 21. For even hereunto were you called, because Yahweh Shai also suffered for us, leaving us an example that ye shall follow his steps. Okay? And the men of Yahweh Shai are going to walk, okay, in the steps of Yahweh Shai, man. Okay? Which is in humility and all about the Father's business, man. All about the edification of the church, man. Okay? The building up of the kingdom. All right? Because the kingdom starts with its inhabitants, man. Beginning with the men. Okay? And the women being in order under those men. Okay? We're a nation building with wisdom. You see, that's what Howard Shah was doing. He was their chief cornerstone